Hey everybody, it's me, Justine. I have not posted or made a video in a while, so I'm aware that you probably thought like I fell off the earth of the planet, but no, I haven't. It's just been a new year, and I've set a lot of new goals for this year, a lot of things I want to accomplish, and it's just been really, really busy. So what I wanted to start off with today was just acknowledging that it is International Women's Day. I don't know why we need to have this date, and that sounds bad at first, but let me explain. I think that women are significant every single day. It's the same thing for me as having like Black History Month. Like, Black history is a part of American history, and so it should be all inclusive, and the same thing with just women's appreciation and us being a force to be reckoned with. Like, that's every day, so I don't understand why there needs to be a day for it. I know why there is, but there really shouldn't need to be, and that shows kind of the issues of where we are in society today. So with that being said, I do want to acknowledge today, when I say, happy International Women's Day, I mean all women. I'm very inclusive because, look at the shirt. I am all about all women, whether that means you have a vagina or a penis. Those are not naughty words. I can do a whole video about that. Whether the person is Black, white, gay, straight, cisgender, transgender, all of that jazz. Today is a day that encompasses all women for me. So whatever you do today, I don't know, it might be just a normal day for a lot of people, but I at least wanted to acknowledge that. So I have been, like, on the subject of women, I have been seeing, I love everybody, but I have just been seeing all of these memes about like men who need therapists, and you can literally Google that and you will see these memes. And as a therapist, I understand, I feel like I understand where women are going with these memes. However, from a therapeutic standpoint, I don't know that they're really okay. I don't know that they're really okay, that this is like a good positive thing that we should be doing. So the reason why I feel like they're not okay is because it's kind of like saying, oh, okay, these guys have issues and I attract men who have issues. And like, to be honest with you, we all have our issues, like, just being honest, we all have our things. But I think just to say like, oh, I attract men who need therapists does go back to society, in the sense of we are supposed to like deal with men's negative behaviors and stick by them. And the best way I can think of to say it, and I think Derek Jackson is the one that says this, about like us as women being rehabilitation centers for men. And I kind of feel like that's what these memes are getting at, is like, I attract men who have issues. And I think that actually says something a little bit deeper about us, if we are a person that is attracting people who are struggling with issues, because that says something about us. What is it about us? I think that needs to be the key to this, is thinking about what is it about us that we feel like we need to fix people or help people, or what is it? What is that? And I know for me, being a therapist, I have had that issue in the past, because I do like to help people and take care of people. And then I realized I can't do that 24 hours a day. I can't do it at work and then come home and deal with my partner. So it's just being mindful of like, what are you attracting? Because that does actually say a lot about you. And once you work on that, the people who are the men who need therapists, or this can be women who need therapists, won't be coming to you anymore, because they're not getting that same sense of like, this is a person that can help me or fix me or take care of me, because you're not putting that out there anymore. So that's all fine and dandy. That's great. You have to work on yourself, take care of yourself. But in regards to the means specifically, like I will say the first time I saw them, I chuckled because it is realistic. Like, a lot of us do just attract negative people, or we attract people who need a lot of support, or we need people who are emotional vampires. That's what we call them, or they drain us. And if you can recognize that you are attracting that, or that's who's coming towards you, that is great. That is awareness. That is a positive thing. Like, you're on track. But to make the memes about it is kind of like, okay, we're kind of crossing into a territory, because do they really need a therapist? Can we say that this person that we don't know really needs a therapist? I don't even feel adequate telling people that they need a therapist, and I am one. You know, it's a little bit different than somebody who's like an accountant and they know their friend has, you know, finance issues and they suggest, hey, you want to get an accountant? I can't just do that with people. Like, ooh, I can think in my head, like, you know, therapy could be helpful or supportive, which I think it can be for everybody, anybody that's willing to fully embrace it. But I can't just go around telling people like, oh, you need to get therapy. Oh, you should get therapy. And I don't think that as a society, we should be doing that to people either. It's great to encourage people to seek support for themselves, and I'm all about that all day, every day. But to tell someone that they need to go, or who need, you know, men who need therapists, we are kind of teetering on a line that I don't necessarily think is healthy. So, yeah. I should have cut it up before this up, but that's just something I wanted to hit on. I feel like it's just important to think about like the message you're sending somebody, or that you're even sending about yourself by sharing something like that or promoting something like that. Like I said, the biggest thing I just want to get out of this, or the two biggest things, is just one, if you are attracting people who you feel like have a lot of issues, do some self-reflection. What is it about me that these people are attracted to me? And two, let's stay away from telling people that they need to go to therapy, rather than like encouraging them to explore themselves, or maybe why they're having an issue with something. And if they choose not to hear you out, you just know that they're not in the place yet. They may get to that place at a different point. They may never get to that place, but you need to know what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And if you feel like they're not trying to get better, whether that's therapy or it's something else, it could be them going to the gym may work. I mean, there's lots of other things. I wouldn't equate therapy and eating well or working out as equivalency, but some things work better for other people. So if they're not willing to do the work, then you need to stop doing the work by yourself. It's not going to work that way. So just be mindful of those two things. That's really what I wanted to hit on today. Like I said, happy International Women's Day. Embrace the day. Like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever. I would love to hear what people think, because when I kind of saw these memes, I did really chuckle a little bit at first, and then I thought about like the possible repercussions of it. So I would love to hear some feedback, or if anybody has seen other memes that I haven't seen, or they have a question about a meme or anything, honestly, really, just let me know. I'm more than willing to hop on that discussion, address it, say my thoughts or opinions on it as a clinician.